November 6th, 2021. This never happens. It's gonna hit 60 degrees today, but I had some pollen substitute out from earlier this year, and the bees look like they are just hungry as hell. So they are lapping it up. Amazing. Hey everybody, it's Kevin at Bear Creek. It's that time of the year again. Time to put the hives to bed, essentially, which is sort of funny on a day like this because bees will be actually quite woke at 60 degrees, and they'll be out attacking my pollen sub I got out for them. They were out pretty heavy yesterday, but I still got to get them wrapped, and a good time is before they get too woke, and that way I don't have to suit up too much to deal with them. But I just wanted to show you what I do for the winter to get my bees just ready to face the next 5 to 6 months of very cold weather. So I got a few of the hives done yesterday, not many, but what I did was I went out and bought these rolls of Reflectix. I used these with good results last year. I bought a 4-foot roll and I cut it in half, and there's the other half to it. It's 25 foot, so I cut it in half, so it's 2 foot by 25 foot, so I get 50 foot out of it. Roughly I get 4 hives per half. That's what I can wrap with it. So it can get a little bit expensive, but once you do it, there's not really much of an expense. You can use them year after year after year. I'm doing things just a little different this year after I saw some success that another beekeeper was having with the way he was wrapping. I always wrap with Reflectix. He just wrapped a little different, which I thought was a good idea. So I'm going to try to emulate that today in the video. But again, 40 bucks for a 4 foot by 25, or yeah, 4 foot by 25 foot roll. But I get 50 feet out of it, which will give me roughly 8 hives to wrap. So we're gonna get started here. First, just what I wanted to show you, like with my my typical 10 frame boxes, I have a 1.5-inch shim on there for sugar in the future, and I'll put sugar in there. Probably I'll put lace some paper down and pour sugar on it sometime mid-December, I would guess. I didn't want the bees going up to access the sugar too early, so I don't try to put it on too early, but I do have the shims on early just for that. So what we're gonna do today is just wrap one of these, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing. What I also got here is some reflective. It's just foil face tape. They use it for the Reflectix, and it works really well. It's backed tape, sort of a little bit of a pain to deal with, but not so terrible. These little hive beetle traps really worked well. You can probably see the hive beetles inside there. These were really cheap, really inexpensive. I got these on Amazon. The Swiffer idea was junk. All it did was make a mess. I left them in there for 4 weeks and it was terrible. But these little traps, they worked really well. Got the idea from my friend Brad. Unfortunately, I didn't put them in all my hives. I wish I would have. I just wanted to try them out, and I never did, so. Because I got little holes where I put my feeder, when I take this off, I want to cover that up so the bees don't really come out too much, and they're coming out already, which sucks. Ugh. Shoot. Okay. On there for now just to get them out of my way. Okay. And what I try to do is put it on just above the bottom board and then just tape it in place for the time being. Oops. Well, that didn't work. I didn't have enough on there. I didn't think so. I don't want to cover up the bottom entrance at all. Okay. Now with the corners cut, the insides sort of fold over themselves, like so. And I just kind of fold it like a box. You can actually do it any way you want. Doesn't really matter. But what this essentially does is stops any drafts from occurring within your hive. I'm just going to set this here for a second. He's already cut, but it's probably not needed anymore because you do have enough insulation on top. I'm here in Wisconsin and I really wouldn't worry about it if it, you know, but with, you know, 3 layers of Reflectix on top, including the inner cover, you probably don't need this 2 inches of foam. But I got it just in case. And just put this right over the top. Now I use migratory covers during the summer, but for this, I got a bunch of telescoping covers that I don't really use much anymore, and it works pretty good for that. So the next thing I do is just go through and I'll just tape it up just a little bit. To the bottom. I used to use staples, but staples are a pain in the butt. This foil tape works pretty good. It isn't cheap, it's $7 for a 50-foot roll, but still. This is a little bit of a hot hive. And only hot when you disturb them. You generally need smoke in this hive. Ugh. But this is a fully packed hive. This one I just do right on the queen excluder, or the entrance reducer. But then in the winter, when I want to access this hive, I mean, I literally can just pull this off and I can just lift these. Oh, that tape I've got to get rid of, but I can just open this up however I deem and take a look inside the shim, pour sugar in there, whatever I need. But this nice little folding system really does work well. And you can put a brick on here, whatever you want. Probably ain't gonna go anywhere. right, all right, all right, all right. Okay. And that's what it looks like when it's all said and done. You know, the bees are a little hot in there right now. Like I said, they're just coming out of a cold night, and they're out flying around today because they're accessing some pollen sub that I got, or looking for pollen sub. But again, if we can, I'll pull this off real quick just to show you. But yeah, this just opens up, and there's your inner cover right there. So peel that up, put some newspaper down, spritz it with a little water, pour some sugar down, and you'll be all set. Now for these 10 frame boxes, that 2-footer really works well for it. I will say that. But as you get bigger, for the 5/5s, or if you have 10/10s, the 4-footer would probably work, but they do sell 3-footers. But being that this is this time of the year, and supplies in chain stores are lacking, to say the least, I had to do with what I had. I had to buy the 4-foot rolls, and that's what I had to work with. So that was that. But you use what you got. And like I said, the 3-foot rolls would work really well for the 5/5s, and even if you know, the 5/5s, if you stacked them side by side, they'd work really well for that as well. There's a couple of those that I will slide side by side over here, but I'm going to have to do some finagling to figure out how to do that.